Hey, everybody, welcome to our advanced markets training with Finline Financial on this Friday. My name is Mario Delgadillo out of Dallas, Texas. Very excited. Today we have a special guest, Mr. Zach from over at F&G, and he's going to spend some time with us today talking about a couple of properties regarding annuities, particularly bonuses, the income riders, and then just in general, different types of riders that are available or could be available at your use. So without further ado, guys, first and foremost, keep your cameras on if you can. Make sure your notebooks are open and you're dialed in, because he is going to bring some really good stuff for us. So Zach, you are a co-host, you are spotlighted, and thank you, sir, for joining us. Appreciate you, man.
Fantastic. Yeah, appreciate it, Mario. Appreciate everybody giving me the opportunity and the time here on this fantastic Friday. So happy Friday to everybody. I'm going to pull up my screen here for you. All right. Perfect. Can you see that well, Mario? Awesome. Thanks
Yes,
so
sir.
much. Fantastic. Yeah, definitely got some fantastic solutions to cover today that you can really use within your next conversations with your clients. We do really have a lot of fantastic solutions here at F&G, really to fit pretty much any client need that you would come across. We are, as Mario mentioned, going to focus in around more of the bonus annuity as well as the lifetime income solutions that we offer here. So kind of that center column there on the screen in front of you, so a higher potential income. So we'll focus in on our Safe Income Advantage today, our Accelerator Plus, and then our Performance Pro. So 3 fantastic solutions, all kind of have their place in the marketplace today, and really, really competitive solutions for, again, pretty much anything a client would be looking for a big bonus as well as a lifetime income. So to hop in, we're going to talk about the Safe Income Advantage today to kick things off. This is one of the most competitive lifetime income solutions within the marketplace today, and that is a guaranteed lifetime income solution as well. So this is something that you'd be pitching to your client that's looking for a guaranteed paycheck that they can use throughout the rest of their life. So they're going to make sure that that retirement nest egg that they put into this fixed index annuity is not going to run out. It's going to last as long as they live. They can use that for bills. A lot of clients use that for vacation funds as well, to take out those grandkids that they care so deeply about. So definitely a fantastic solution for someone looking for early lifetime income and guaranteed lifetime income, not having to worry about any sort of index performance or market performance within this fixed index annuity space. So in terms of the nuts and bolts of this product, getting into this, it has a guaranteed 7.2% compounding roll-up rate. So as long as the client is deferring, they're going to get a 7.2% bump up to that lifetime income base, which we would calculate and also use the payout factors against to calculate that lifetime income payment that that client would receive throughout their life. It is a daily crediting, as a heads up. So that is something that's a little bit different than most other carriers. We do credit a portion of that lifetime income compounding roll-up each and every day. So the longer they defer, even if it's an extra just month, so 30 days, they would have a higher lifetime income base with this product as well. It does have a 1.15% annual fee that would be calculated off of the income base and then deducted out of the account value each year. This product does have 3 separate options for triggering income, which does not have to be decided at time of application. They can decide what type of income option they would like at the time of actually turning on the income. We have a level, and we have 2 types of increasing income options. One tied to inflation, which has been a very, very hot topic these last couple of years. You know, retirement or retirees, I should say, really kind of wondering if that retirement nest egg they have built up is enough and they have enough income to go forward into their retirement. So inflation's been a hot topic, and we'll go over how those increasing income options work here on the next slide. This is a 10-year surrender. And one big feature for us as well is our impairment multiplier. So most commonly known as an income doubler in the marketplace today. With ours is specifically tied to the inability of the client to perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living. It's not a confinement-driven rider, so they don't have to be confined to a nursing home to get access. They can actually receive care in their own home for this impairment multiplier. And again, we'll go into a little bit more detail and give you an example here on a couple slides later. This is also, if you're doing any business in California, available in California. So definitely a key feature there for us as well. When it comes to those three increasing income options with this product, we have a fixed increasing option, which is going to start out the lowest, but it's going to be guaranteed to increase 3.5% each and every contract year. This increasing does stop once the account value reaches zero, levels off at whatever it reached, and still pays out the rest of the client's life. And again, the hottest topic of the last couple of years is inflation. So the inflation-based income option can increase up to 5% on an annual basis based off of the CPIU. Again, this does increase until the account value reaches zero, levels off, and pays out the rest of their life as well. And then we have your more traditional or standard income option, which would be a level income. It's going to start out and stay the highest throughout the life of the contract, or for the life of the client, I should say, since it is a lifetime income. So starts out and stays the highest, and it's just a steady income stream. They know exactly what that dollar amount is coming in each and every month or annual basis, whatever they decide. So a little more detail and an example around the impairment multiplier. So this is available across all of our income solutions. So any product that you do or your client's purchase does have the impairment multiplier, which is our income doubler. So just a quick example for you. Say the client is receiving $25,000 as their lifetime income payment. If they could not perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living, we would double that lifetime income payment for a single annuitant, or think of it as a single life, up to $50,000, and pay that $50,000 out until that account value reaches zero, and then revert them back to the $25,000, which is what they triggered income at, and still pay that out the rest of their life. We do allow for a joint annuitant, or again, think of it as a joint life. So you can add, or your client can add a spouse onto the contract as a joint annuitant. And if either of those spouses did become impaired, we would increase that lifetime income payment to $37,500 in this case, or 1.5 times that lifetime income payment. Again, once the account value reaches zero, we would revert that back and still pay out for as long as those clients do live. Again, just to reiterate, ours is not a confinement benefit. It is available in California, and ours pays out until the account value reaches zero. It is not a 5-year limiter like several of our competitors have in the marketplace today. So a fantastic resource for you to use with your clients in your client meetings is our annuity calculator, which is available on the agent portal through SalesLink. And the nice part about this is it's a very great snapshot of just the lifetime income. There's not as many columns to explain. You're not worrying about account values or death benefits. This is just going to give you an idea and your client an idea of, hey, I put in X amount of dollars. So in this case, $100,000 is going into this contract at age 60 for the client. And it's going to show each and every year what that payout would be in terms of the payout percentage, so the payout factor based off of their age turning on the income, as well as the dollar amount. And it's also going to show what that impairment multiplier amount would be if they did need that and were unable to perform those 2 of 6 activities of daily living. So definitely a spot that I go to, say you need a quick income calculation, you don't want to go through the full illustration. You really only need as little as the date of birth or age of the client, the dollar amount, and the state. And if they have a certain age they want to turn on the income, you can also put that into this and get just an income calculation spit out for you. It's a really quick process, definitely fantastic to use when looking for lifetime income.
Hey, Zach?
Yeah.
Does this calculator work with all of the different annuity products you have?
So it only works for, we've got 2 products available just because a lot of the other ones aren't just only built for guarantees like this one is. So this one, and then also our Prosperity Elite product. That one, not as competitive for like an income as the Safe Income Advantage, but it does have that ability built into that contract as well.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Great question. So I wanted to give you kind of an example here of a 65-year-old putting in $500,000 into the contract with the Safe Income Advantage to give you an idea of what that lifetime income can look like. And the nice part about this product is they can actually trigger the lifetime income right away, right after issue. So there's not an actual wait for them to trigger the income like a lot of products are in the industry. A lot of them have a 12-month wait. This is an immediate income product if they decide to use it that way. They do have the option, which I'll show on the next page, of using that 7.2% compounding roll-up as well. But definitely a great solution if you've got a client that knows they need to take income, they're just retiring, they want to move over an old 401k, whatever it may be, and turn on a lifetime income for them. So in this example, again, a 65-year-old putting in $500,000 and turning on income right away at issue in the first contract year is receiving a 7.93% payout factor. So 7.93% of this income base of $500,000 results into a $39,650 lifetime income payment. And this is an annual lifetime income payment that the client can choose to take right away in the first contract year. So a very, very, very high payout factor, a really solid lifetime income stream that, again, the client knows is coming in every year. They can choose to have this on a monthly basis as well. And they know that this is going to last the rest of their life. It's not something that they can outlive. Like just if they had it in an IRA, for example, and they were pulling off just 4%, for example, they know at some point they're probably going to run out of those funds, and they can't be guaranteed like this is, with a higher payout percentage than just a simple rule of 4% has been used in the industry for a long time, that is assuming market performance can keep that account value. So definitely something with this product that is a super strong story. I mean, we're talking with an almost 8% payout factor. We're talking almost penalty-free withdrawal percentages at this point that most FIAs have in the marketplace today. That's guaranteed for the rest of their life. Again, I want to point out the impairment multiplier here. So in case the client did need it, and this is a single annuitant or single life, if they did become impaired here by the end of the third contract year, since it is a 3-year wait for the impairment multiplier to be turned on, we would double that lifetime income payment up to $79,300 and pay that out until the account value reaches 0, and then revert them back to the $39,650 for the rest of their life. So a super strong story for, again, a client looking for early income with this solution. I also wanted to show the power of the 7.2% compounding roll-up rate. So in this example, we haven't set a time to turn on the income, but there is a $500,000 premium still going in. The client is deferring each year and getting that 7.2% on top of that income base. So we go from 500,000 up to 536,000, and also they're getting a higher payout percentage or payout factor because the client at this time is older. So since it's based off of age for payout factors, they've reached age 66. They've now got an 8.1% payout factor here at the end of the first contract year for a higher lifetime income payment. And this will increase for the full 10 years at 7.2% compounding guaranteed to have a higher lifetime income. If they do decide to defer, if they don't need income right away in the first few years, they do have the option to continue pushing that out to get a higher lifetime income later on in the contract.
So Zach, just so I can clarify, so if they wait longer to initiate it, whatever year that they start taking it, that particular withdrawal percentage locks in for the remainder of the time, right?
Correct. Yep. So like in that first contract year, kind of next to the number 1, they would lock in if they decided to turn on income for the level payout at this 8.1% payout factor of the income base. So 8.1% of this 536,000 is the calculation of this 43,416, which is the dollar amount that they would lock in for the rest of their life as a level income. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Good
Absolutely.
news.
Great question. Fantastic. And we'll shift gears here. We're still staying in the guaranteed income space with this product, with the Accelerator Plus, but this is kind of a product, what I've always mentioned is kind of the best of both worlds. So this product is built to not only grow a lifetime income base through the performance of the index strategies available with this contract, but it also has guarantees built into the contract. So you can see a worst case scenario, which I'll show here on the next page with the guaranteed rates, with the guaranteed rates on the illustration. That worst case scenario, they're still going to have a lifetime income to use later on in the contract. But this one's really built for a client. You may be talking with them, a client that's looking for not only account value growth, right, to grow that retirement nest egg, but also the ability to grow a higher lifetime income base for a higher lifetime income payment down the road. And really with this product, it'd be a sweet spot for clients that are looking to defer taking a lifetime income really for 8+ years. If they can push it out as long as 10 years, that's really where this product's going to shine. And the reason for that is we have what's called the performance multiplier, which can increase their lifetime income base by up to 175% of the client's account value. And that's if they've deferred a full 10 years. And I'll show here on the next page an example of how this calculation works. That way, when you're sitting down with your clients, you'll have a good idea of the calculation, and they can see what that lifetime income would be each and every year that they defer on this contract. One thing I do like to point out as well, and you'll be familiar with this if you've used like a lot of our growth products, but several different index strategies do have 100% participation rate guaranteed on renewal for those strategies. So that's a contractual guarantee that we, F&G, cannot lower the participation rate under 100% on renewal throughout the contract with these several different index strategies. This product also does have up to a 9% premium bonus. That's going to be based off of the age and state at issue of the client, but nonetheless up to a 9% premium bonus, which you'll show in the account value here on this next page, day one, and vest over the 10-year period. So it's a true walkaway bonus after the contract's been in force for the full 10 years. Think of it as the 9% bonus is vesting 10% per year into the contract for the client to be able to walk away at the end of the 10th year. One thing to note as well is that bonus goes into the account value day one, so it can earn index credits as well. So if the account is performing, that bonus is taking advantage of any index credits that are being applied to the account value as well.
So just to clarify, that 9% bonus is included in their first premium in regards to like a growth perspective, but incrementally it's released into the account value over the 10 years, which would account for, you know, use for income or anything like that, right? So just to kind of differentiate. So it's there to grow, but you get access to it little by little over the first 10 years, over the course of the 10 years.
Yes, exactly. No, great point. Yep. So you've kind of got two on the illustration here. So in this case, a 55-year-old put in $500,000. So that means their day one account value is a way to think of it. So right after issue is going to be $535,000. So including that bonus into the account value calculation. And you can see here in this vested account value column, that bonus, right? So this is a lower amount than your total account value because this is just showing what's being vested each and every year into the account. So this one is also being reduced because there is a fee on this product. So that it's a 0.95% fee, which is why you're seeing on the guaranteed page, because we're not able to guarantee the index performs, that this account value is going down each and every year based off of the fee that's paying for the lifetime income rider, which is getting them not only a guaranteed 5% compounding roll-up rate, which think of that as the worst possible case scenario. We see no index performance at all. The initial premium is growing at 5% compounding, very similar to the Safe Income Advantage, just a lower percentage at 5% as opposed to the 7.2. But we have what's called the performance multiplier, which is really where this product shines with index performance, because we're taking the account value, which again is including that full bonus, as well as any index credits, and multiplying it by the performance multiplier to get our lifetime income base, to then use the lifetime income percentage for a lifetime income payment for the client. And it is a level income payment option for this product as well. So think of this as this $529,536. Again, so initial premium plus bonus multiplied by the performance multiplier of 7.5%, or think of that as 107.5% of the account value. So multiplying that by 1.075 is giving us a $569,252 income base at 4% for a payout factor. We're getting $22,770 for a lifetime income payment that they could trigger at the end of the first contract year. So that is another difference between this and the Safe Income Advantage. It does have a 1-year wait to turn on the lifetime income. We can use that same calculation of the account value times the performance multiplier each and every year. And again, if they defer a full 10 years, since that performance multiplier is increasing 7.5% each and every year, we're getting a higher performance multiplier multiplied against our account value. So 467,383. Again, this is the guaranteed page. This is just showing the fee coming out with no index credits. I'll show you a hypothetical on the next page so you can see the potential performance of the product as well. But this $467,383 account value multiplied by this performance multiplier is still giving us an $817,920 income base at a 5% payout factor for a 65-year-old. So the longer the client can defer with this product, the more that they're going to get out of this performance multiplier, which is really driving the income potential with this product.
So in this scenario, Zach,
again, go ahead, Mario.
Sorry. So in this scenario, right, like you said, worst case scenario, we're operating from a place where if the market was pitching zeros 10 years in a row and you figured out a way to not touch this till you're 65, you're still worst case scenario going to be getting a $40,000 a year income if the market went to zeros for 10 years, right? So 40,000 896 divided by 12, that's still $3,400. So your absolute level worst case scenario is $3,400. That's bananas. that's really good.
Yeah, no, it's definitely solid. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I mean, to be clear, I mean, zeros for 10 years straight would be also bananas. I mean, that's never happened before. So definitely not something to expect to happen. Obviously, we can't predict what's going to happen in the future, but definitely would be a tough thing to see if we saw 10 years straight of zeros in the market. So
I tell my clients,
definitely something that would be rough.
I tell my clients, if there's ever 10 years straight loss in the market, you're probably worrying about like another country running through your neighborhood right now. So don't worry about your 401k.
Sure.
Protect your house.
Yeah, exactly. No, absolutely. And the nice part is, even if it was zeros, you got to think, you know, kind of pitching back to the idea of a fixed index annuity in general with the zero floor, your, you know, 401k that would have been in the marketplace probably went down as opposed to the FIA, which has stayed level because you can't lose your principal that you put in. So that is another selling point, right, with this FIA. So definitely something, again, not super realistic to happen, but if it did, definitely agree with Mario. Something much worse is probably going on in the world at that point. So to give an idea, and this is using our current participation rates and caps and applying it to a past 10 years performance of those index strategies. And I used quite a bit of S&P 500. I did mix in a couple of our volatility controlled strategies, but kind of try to diversify to give the best potential of returns each and every year. So as opposed to putting all eggs in one basket, if you will, diversification is going to increase the likelihood of a return each and every year. It might not necessarily hit a home run, right, going all in on one strategy, but it is going to increase the likelihood of some kind of return each and every year. But really with this product, again, the power of the product is within those index strategies being able to increase the account value, which also in turn is going to increase our income base. So in this case, right, we still got the bonus, so up to $535,000 day one in the account value. We also received a 13% index credit in that first contract year. So we bumped up the account value to this $599,832. And again, using that same calculation we used on the guaranteed page, it's just going to look a lot nicer. So multiply by the performance multiplier. So again, 1.075 or 107.5% of the account value is giving us an income-based calculation of $644,820, which is going to be a 4% payout factor still at $25,793 a year for that lifetime income payment for the client to elect. Again, they have to have that 1 year wait, but it is available after that first contract year. And again, really wanting to defer as long as possible with this product. Of course, things happen. You know, they might need to turn on year 8, year 9. It's still strong. But say we do defer the full 10 years with this product, we've grown the account value up to $908,191. We're going to take the performance multiplier. So again, think of this as 175% of the account value. So this $908,191 to give us a lifetime income base of $1,589,335 at a 5% payout factor. So $79,465 would be the lifetime or annual lifetime income they would have access to in this situation. again, barring that the market does exactly what it did the past 10 years with our current rates applied to it throughout the full 10 years. And again, if the client does end up not being able to perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living, in this case, in year 10, we would double that income payment up to $158,933 and pay that out until this account value reaches 0. So we're at $908,191. So realistically, I mean, you know, 6 or 7 years of payout at that $158,000 that they're able to use for any medical expenses, whatever it may be in that time of need, to take care of those expenses. So we will shift one more time on you, and this product, so kind of sticking in the same realm of a big bonus product, this is built for big bonus and accumulation. So think of a client that, you know, the last couple of years in the market, like not counting really these last 12 months that the S&P has kind of bounced back and the market's bounced back. Over the last couple of years, it's been a very volatile market. A lot of folks lost money in those 401ks, or again, maybe they are in the market, it did bounce back. We can take this product and add an additional big bonus on top of it. With this product, it's up to a 15% premium bonus based off of age and state at issue for the client. This is also built to grow the account value, kind of like the Accelerator Plus was with those fantastic index options available within the product. So they're able to jumpstart the account value and grow with the index strategies. So think of it as, again, maybe a client did lose money recently in the marketplace. Maybe they're in, you know, something that's not guaranteed. They lost money. This can bring back some of those losses, bring them back to what their starting point was previous to losing funds, and then grow and protect that retirement nest egg within the fixed indexed annuity. So definitely a great option for those clients looking for a nice bump to the account value, and then the potential growth that they're looking for with that retirement nest egg, and then the protection that they do need into retirement as well. With this product, it is something that we kind of retooled, and you know, we ended up not refiling with the states, so kind of a way to bring it to market quicker. It does have a lifetime income rider on it, but we reduced the fee down to just 10 basis points. So think of that as 0.1%. So $100,000 goes into the contract. It's a $100 annual fee, right? So much cheaper than my grocery bill was last week. So definitely something that they're getting a nice additional benefit for a really, really cheap income rider fee. And you'll see with this product, in terms of income, it's not going to be as competitive. So definitely kind of put this into your, you know, kind of hash it out in your mind, you know, put it in a file somewhere that says big bonus accumulation, because it's really not built for the income. And as a heads up, our suitability team is really looking at it as a big bonus accumulation product as well. Because again, we're really building, like using this for a jump start to the account value and then growth potential. It just has those additional living benefits like our impairment multiplier built in for a very, very cheap cost. So think of this, so same bonus scenario that we talked about with the Accelerator Plus. In this case, we're getting a 15%, and actually I did run this in the state of Texas, so it is an 11% bonus at age of issue. It is a light state is what we would call in our portfolio at F&G. So they're getting an 11% bonus day one, right? So it's showing in the account value. It can earn those index credits like we talked about in the Accelerator Plus, but you are seeing it again vest over that 10-year period. And unlike the Accelerator Plus, where we really saw that fee eating into the account value, worst case scenario, this is zero index growth to the account. The client's still walking away at the end of 10 years after putting in $500,000 with $549,178 into their pocket, right? I mean, they've netted almost $50,000 just by going into the Performance Pro with no index growth. And again, like we said, 10 years of zero index performance or market performance is not a likely story, but this is worst case scenario. Their account value has reached this and they can walk away at the end of the 10 years with it. So to show, kind of like we did on the Accelerator Plus, you know, some potential performance with those index strategies using a 10-year look back. Again, I used some S&P options, some of our volatility controlled strategies, just to show a little bit of diversification, increase that likelihood of some kind of return, right? We're not seeing massive, you know, 20+% returns by any means, but we are seeing some kind of return each and every contract year, even if it is just 0.1%, you know, 0.33%, that's still growth and downside protection that they wouldn't necessarily be receiving in the marketplace. So letting this defer and grow for the full 10-year period, At this point, since the bonus is calculated in those index credits, we're up to $1 million, a little over $1 million after the 10-year period, again, with the potential performance of those index strategies and the big bonus working to accumulate that and protect the retirement nest egg. With this product as well, so they do have access to some liquidity, 10% of the account value penalty free starting after 12 months. So in case they do need some kind of liquidity, that is still there on this product. And again, just like all of our other income products, it does have the impairment multiplier. Again, not built to have the highest lifetime income by any means, but it is there in case they do need it into the time that they're within the contract for any sort of, medical expenses. Again, if they can't perform those 2 of 6 activities of daily living, it is a great benefit for such a cheap rider cost. So with that, Mario, that's going to be the main products I had to cover today. I definitely wanted to run through the illustration, give you some talking points around, what clients are looking, or what type of clients that these products are really built for. And I will say, these are just 3 of our fantastic solutions within the bonus and income space. Again, Safe Income Advantage, guaranteed income, early retirement income is a way to think of it. A client that's looking for early guaranteed paychecks that they can start away right away in the first contract year or defer out. The Accelerator Plus, kind of best of both worlds, hybrid product, accumulation plus income. And then the Performance Pro, big bonus, accumulation, looking to jumpstart an account value. Maybe they're in an old annuity, for example, and they're going to look to replace that old contract into the Performance Pro, using that bonus to offset any surrender penalties as well. So definitely a kind of a refinance of their annuity portfolio or a refinance of their retirement with this product is available as well. So definitely another great solution for that as well. And with that, I want to thank everybody for their time. Happy Friday to everybody, and I'd love to answer any questions you have.
I think they put some in the chat, and I think I've answered a couple of them. Just go through and make sure my answers are correct.
Gotcha. Yeah, let me pop up the chat real quick here. Okay. Yep, so the fee is coming out. So the 1.15% fee is coming out starting right away with the contract, even if they haven't turned on income, and that does last the life of the policy for them to pay for that lifetime income rider. And then, correct, yeah, so the performance multiplier is just built into the base contract. So that's not something that you have to elect, or the client has to elect at contract. It is something built into the contract. They'd see it right away in that first contract year. So it's not like an a la carte option as a way to think of it. It is built into that contract.
I have an actual question too. My name's Sharina. I don't know if I heard it correctly, but was it the Performance Pro that, or the one before, that they're unable to change the index annually? I don't know if I heard that, if I heard that incorrectly.
I think you were breaking up a little bit there. What with the Performance Pro, what was the question? I'm sorry.
She was asking if on the Performance Pro. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Sharina.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I was asking, I don't know if I heard it correctly, but on the Performance Pro, is it that the client can't change the allocation index annually?
So any of our products do allow for the client to reallocate on contract anniversaries. So if it was a 1-year point-to-point, they could change that on that annual basis or contract anniversary. If it's a 2-year point-to-point, they do have to wait the full 2 contract years or 2 index anniversaries is a way to think of it, to reallocate if they would like to. They do have that option. Yep.
I have another question. Do all of the 3 products have the impairment multiplier in case someone is more concerned about long-term care issues later on down the line?
Yeah, yep, they are built into all, the impairment multiplier is built into all 3 of those contracts. So any lifetime income product that we do offer at F&G has that built in. Not something they have to elect like an a la carte option either. So that is built into the contract for them.
This is awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Great question.
Anything else, guys, before I let Zach go? We'll hang out for a few more minutes, but anything else for Zach, guys?
Sorry, one more thing. Is the Safe Income Advantage the only one that has an annual fee, or does the Accelerator Plus and Performance Pro also have an annual fee?
Yep. So they do both also have an annual fee. So it is lower though. So the Safe Income Advantage was 1.15% annually. The Accelerator Plus is 0.95% annually. So 0.2% lower. And then the Performance Pro is only 0.1% as an annual fee. So super low fee on the Performance Pro.
All right, is that it for Zach, guys?
Yes, that's it on my end. Thank you so much.
Zach, I greatly appreciate it, sir. I'm going to go ahead and get this recorded, converted, put it inside of our internal training stuff. But thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Even for myself as a writer, it just helps to watch and listen and clarify some of these illustrations sometimes can be a little overwhelming and even intimidating. So you did a really good job of simplifying it for us. So thanks a lot, brother. I appreciate you being here. Have a great weekend, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, appreciate the time, guys. Have a great weekend. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to walk through any cases